following opinions are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
English builder Fairline has long been known for its design styling and building seaworthy boats. Now they're going back in time to their roots and developing a new line called the F-Line. This is the first in that series, the F-Line 33, and I'm going to put it through a full sea trial and performance evaluation. Now, if we were to start right at the stern here, just ahead, an aft-facing seat, 31 inches wide, and it leaves us 15 inches to either side for access into the main cockpit. In the port bulkhead in the cockpit, there's connectivity for the shore power cord and some switches to control things like your engine hatch and main engine power. And to the starboard side, manual bilge pumps. And both of these hatches are closed on magnetic hatches. The hatch opens on an electrically actuated strut. Inside, twin 430 horsepower Merc 8.2 HO mags. Just ahead, a 3.5 kW Westerby gas generator. Now, if you didn't want the generator, you could also get a separate battery pack with an inverter so you could run everything silently. Engine start batteries are housed in a panel over on the port hand side, and just at the forward bulkhead, 3 fuel filters, one for each of the main and one for the generator. Make yourself aware that this hatch needs to be closed just a little bit so that we don't catch it on the engine room hatch. And also notice there's a day hatch. Now, at midships to both port and starboard are side gates with steps leading to the side decks. Now, notice there are no rails going around the bow or certainly grab rails leading forward. That's because the customer who ordered this boat wanted it that way. And that's just an example of how far Fairline is willing to go to accommodate the customer's desires. Along the sides, 10-inch cleats, 3 to each side. There are also pull-up fender holders. And then fully forward, we come to the anchor locker, which has a non-skid surface, a lift and lock latch. Thank you very much, Fairline. This is held open by a gas assist strut. There's a Lumar windlass leading out to a through-the-stem anchor roller. Lumar anchor with a swivel and an all-chain rode. There's a socket for a remote control just alongside, and there's another remote control at the helm. The helm is certainly elegant in its design styling. I have to say the focal piece being the steering wheel with controls for the audio on one side, lighting and thrusters on the other side. Just ahead, 2 7-inch displays, one Garmin, one Simrad. 2 different because Simrad is the only one that will link to the MERCRUISER. Garmin won't do that as yet. But you can certainly get any displays you want, and there's clearly room for larger displays. Fusion stereos over to the starboard side, right alongside the wheel. The digital throttle and shift. VHF is mounted in an ideal location for visibility. Ignition's just down below. There's one helm seat, and it's a double wide, 38 inches across, 2 individual flip-up bolsters. I'd like to see a footrest down below because my feet just aren't quite reaching the deck, but there is an elevated platform 6 inches off of the main deck.
We didn't get to test this boat due to a wiring harness issue that has since been resolved, but Fairline has done extensive testing and reports that with the 430 horsepower MERCRUISER run up to 5088 RPM, the F-Line 33 reached a top speed of 51.1 miles per hour. Best economic cruise came in at 4,500 RPM and 34.1 miles per hour. At that speed, the 32.1 gallon per hour fuel burn translated into 1.1 miles per gallon and a range of 172 statute miles, all while still holding back a 10% reserve of the boat's 180-gallon total fuel capacity. I had a bit of a knee-jerk reaction to seeing the F-Line 33 as a muscle boat, the type that swaps the gentle handling for pure muscle like a classic Vetter at GTO. But I couldn't have been more wrong. This boat is pure fun to drive. She glides through the water like a figure skater glides across the ice. She's gentle and forgiving while at the same time giving the adrenaline rush of a sporty performance and speedboat. Turns are sharp with no chine wobble, and she bleeds off a minimal amount of speed when executed. When planing, she runs nearly flat, and for a boat that looks fast when she's at the dock, that running attitude only enhances her appeal when underway. There's also a feeling of superiority when driving this boat, as if your boat is better than the others, but that's because it is. If James Bond had a boat, this would probably be it, and driving it makes you feel like Bond. Just play the theme song in your head to complete the experience.
Well, excellent handling characteristics are combined with sporty looks, and I have to say that it really handles well. I was pleasantly surprised. And that's my full performance evaluation and sea trial of the new F-Line 33 from Fairline. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.